Good morning, good morning. It's 8:02, a couple minutes late. My apologies. Running around, doing the house stuff. Anyway, hope you're having a great start to the day. It is Friday morning. It is May the 19th. I'm First Warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week in the mornings, chat about what's going on in the world of Mother Nature. Today, we've got plenty to talk about, including something new coming down the pike. What could that be? We'll talk about it. I've been teasing it all week. Now we got the corporate approval. So now we can do it. But before we get to all that chaos, let's just look outside and see what's doing. This is a shot from our Tower Cam network. Look at that. Clear skies over at the Kennedy Space Center. It is a lovely morning, isn't it? Temperatures across Central Florida comfortable. First Warning live Doppler radar nice and quiet. It's 73 degrees in Orlando, 73 degrees in Leesburg. We are at 72 outside in Daytona Beach, 72 degrees in Ocala. One spot in the 60s, the Villages, you lucky dogs, sitting at 69 degrees there. All right, where do we go from here? Okay, looking good. Looking warm. 85 degrees, 11 o'clock. 89 degrees, our high temperature by 1 o'clock. And we'll make it up to about 92 before we get those showers and those thunder showers firing up. So, yeah, plan once again, my friends, for a little bit of rainfall. It's going to be one of those days. And, of course, we can track that rainfall using our Futurecast model. So let's dial that up, shall we? Here's 8 o'clock this morning, looking nice and quiet. Oh, by 12:30, already with a little bit of rain out east of town, right? And then kind of working into the metro 3:30, 4, 5 o'clock. I have a feeling when we chat for the afternoon coffee talk, we'll probably be watching a little bit of rainfall. All right, that's the way it goes. I can handle it. Right? All right, continuing on, 5, 6 o'clock, kind of working out west. And then 8 and 9 o'clock, definitely starting to fade little bit by little bit. But yes, we have plenty of showers and thunder showers in the forecast for us today. Let's look at the overall weather pattern. And here we go. So, storm system off the coast of the Carolinas. Just where and when we said it would be there, all right? Then comes the next frontal boundary, and this one's going to just kind of sit over top of us. And what we're going to end up with is just this mass of moisture looking ahead to next week. Rain chances absolutely are on the rise these next few days, all right? So be ready for it, because ready or not, here the rain comes. Let's take a look at Central Florida's certified most accurate 7-day forecast. Rain everywhere, and not a drop to drink, right? There you go. It is what it is. So, high school graduation commencements, for example, on Monday, Cypress Creek, Apopka, and Boone are all graduating. Cypress Creek looks best. Apopka may start to see a few showers, but by Boone High School time, that's where we start to get into widespread showers and storms. Now, when we look at the computer forecast models in terms of how much rain we could see, you know, you're talking about, in some spots, 3-5 inches of rain possible. So it's not a bad thing. We'll certainly take the rain. Now, the wet season, by definition, is something that we go back in after and identify. But the signals we look for with the wet season, cold front stop arriving. I mean, they're approaching, but they're not arriving. They're dying. So there's that. Daily sea breeze showers and storms begin. Check. And low temperatures and dew points consistently in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Also check. So this is among the reasons why we think that we're transitioning to the wet season, and why your 7-day, why your 7-day forecast looks the way that it looks. Yeah. In addition to that, of course, we know there's another season that we're right on the cusp of breaking into. Hurricane season. Yeah. And I've got work to do for that. Less than 2 weeks away from the beginning of hurricane season. Less than 2 weeks away from the beginning of hurricane season. Yup. How we doing out there right now? Let's take a look at the tropical weather outlook, all right? This time of year, we get into the weeds perhaps more than you'll see anywhere else. The tropical weather outlook continues to be nice and quiet. Mickey's asking over on YouTube, if this is the start to the rainy season, is it the earliest on record? No. The earliest on record was early May. Now, one thing that I like to do is look at the long-range GFS model just to see if there are any cold fronts scheduled on the data, and there are not. You know, you don't see any. There are some subtle shifts, but that's with higher rain chances too. But we're not seeing through June. We're not seeing any big cold fronts. So to me, that says we're probably entering into the rainy season. Yeah. All right. So out to the tropics, and things are nice and quiet. There's, we talked on our long-range pattern about the Carolina storm system. Not developing, but here we are. It's the 19th, and if we look to the long-range forecast, that's very much right where and when it should be. So that fits the pattern perfectly. The next thing is the Florida Gulf Coast storm system next week. That's essentially the reason that our rain chances are... So, Florida Gulf Coast storm system. All right. If we look at the 7-day forecast, there's a reason that rain chances are really going up. It's an old front that's stopping. And essentially, we're going to watch this moisture plume work in from the Gulf of Mexico. That's working exactly as we had expected. All right, so back out to the tropics. And again, for now, thankfully, we are not talking about any kind of tropical development. But is there tropical development in our future? For that, we have to check in, of course, with our computer forecast model, which I don't know why. There we are. Okay, I'm like, why are you not working? Okay, raw GFS model, okay? During hurricane season, we use this. Think of this as an X-ray in the atmosphere. It looks at the pressure, okay? The orange shades, higher pressure. The blue shades, lower pressure. And once we get into like the heart of hurricane season where we're really tracking stuff, it'll be much easier. But there, right there, off the coast of the Outer Banks there, you see that? That little dot? That's your Carolina low, right? Exactly where and when we said it would be. There's lower pressure around, definitely lower pressure over the peninsula and out east of us. Nothing organized, just low pressure. All right. And then afterward, we get into the Nicole part of the pattern, and you can kind of see there's like that little green dot. Again, nothing closing off, but lowered pressure for sure on that Nicole part of the pattern. So I can tell you, whether or not any of that develops, we're absolutely working into a wet weather pattern. This is the European. Oh, that's as far as that goes because that's the... Go back a run. Just checking to see if there's anything of note. Yeah, nothing of note. All right, it was worth a shot. Just looking. But yeah, so that's one of those things we're watching, and we do love diving deep into tropical things. I'll say, which is why. Are you ready for the big? Are you ready for the big reveal? Are you ready for what I've been kind of teasing for a couple days? So we know that we're heading into hurricane season, obviously. But what Jeremy Nelson and I were thinking, what can we do to help? Now, I have no idea if this is going to work. We're going to try it. If there's one thing that I can always prompt, like Coffee Talk, tried it. It worked. So Jeremy made this idea, and we've kind of been working on it. And there you go. Tuesday at 10 a.m. And we're kind of thinking about like tropical Tuesdays. But Tuesday at 10 a.m., we're going to start. Think of this as Coffee Talk, but a little different. Jeremy and I are going to work on this together. And the idea is like Tropical Tuesday. We're tracking the Tropics Tuesday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we're going to be discussing the tropics, and it will be streaming on my platforms. It will be streaming on Wesh's platforms. It will be streaming on his platforms, and it will be streaming on WJCL's platforms. So we're trying something new. And it's going to be solely dedicated to the tropics. There's no local sunshine and rain and all that stuff. This is going to be solely dedicated to Tropics Talk. Tropical Tuesdays, tracking, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Now, 10 a.m. is not like a time that we're married to. We're just going to try, because here's the thing. I have to think, if I'm doing the morning show at Wesh, the morning show at Wesh ends at 10 a.m. So, like, we could do 9 a.m., but the problem is if I'm doing the morning show at Wesh, I still have to do a weather hit. So that's why I think 10 a.m. is a good time. But yeah, so that's it. That's the big thing. It's not like so crazy. But we're going to try something new, and you know, it'll be fluid. We're going to be evolving this. Don't really know where it's going to go, how it's going to do its thing. But, you know, it'll be a podcast. It'll be on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and all that stuff. And the idea is to just look at all the weather data we can with zero hype. And yes, it will be interactive, just like Coffee Talk. But, you know, it will be something that even if you miss it, it's one of those things where you can always go back and listen. Kenneth says, Eric Burris and Jeremy Nelson, Coffee Talk on steroids without the sugar rush steroids cause. Oh, please, let me do the voiceover introduction. It's kind of fun. You know, I was trying to think, like, what should I do regarding graphics and things like that? And so what I'm doing, actually, instead of this is the Hearst Television social look. It's very similar to TV. But instead of doing the Hearst social look, we're going to go with the TV look, just to make it look a little different than Coffee Talk. Listen, we're throwing stuff against the wall to see what sticks. We're trying to do things that are different. We're trying to do things that are informative. And we were even talking, like, in the event that, in the event that there's stuff that's threatening, do we do one every day or every other, do we ramp it up? So this Coffee Talk is going nowhere, and we're still going to be talking the tropics, but this is going to be, it's going to have a different feel to it. So think of Coffee Talk as like our local thing where we're chatting, and literally on Tuesdays, maybe we do almost the same stuff, right? But it's just going to be a little different. And I think that's the way I'm approaching it, okay? So that's the way I'm approaching it. Yeah, Susan says Tropical Tuesdays with Jeremy will be great. He's my weatherman here in South Carolina after moving from Oviedo, and my favorite weatherman, Eric. Well, and Susan, you'll get it on WJCL's social pages. You'll get it on my, so it'll be everywhere. And if you follow both of us, you're gonna have the whole thing. Chris says this could go national. I mean, that's another thing. We're not wanting it to just be Jeremy and I, right? Like, yeah, we've got the pretty picture, and he and I are the two that are running things. But our goal is to expand it out to involve other Mets. We'll bring in a Met from the Carolinas. We'll bring in a Met from Boston. We'll bring in a Met, and we'll all talk tropics. So it's kind of this, it's different. It's going to be talking tropics and getting nerdy and all that fun stuff. But, and frankly, some of this technology, like we're using my syndicator to stream, but like, how does that work? Like, I don't yet have it all figured out. There's with Coffee Talk, we've gotten, we're a pretty good rhythm here, but streaming to his pages as well adds another thing that I've never done before. And, using a whole new graphics package, at least on the social side. Like this is all going to be the same. Like, case in point, did you know that I can easily change that Wesh 2 bug? Like, for example, hold on. I'll show you. Case in point, okay? So here's that. But say, for example, I needed to do this for WJCL real fast. I can change the branding. Hold on. And there it is, WJCL. So I'm going to build a bug in the top left corner that's tracking the tropics, I think. I think that's what we'll do. But I've got, like, boom, HTV design. That's my corporate graphics hub. So I can change branding at any time. Obviously, Wesh is what it is, but you get the idea. Mario says, Tropical Tuesday. Can I wear my Hawaiian shirts to watch this? Hey, I wore that to announce it, baby. I wore my chill Hawaiian shirt to announce it. Yeah. So it'll be fun. I think the idea is cool. We'll just give it a shot. So when is this starting? Tuesday. Next Tuesday. The season starts, even though it won't technically have started yet. That's kind of, an introduction to what we're doing. We're going to be looking at the long range patterns. We're going to be doing all of that stuff. It's, taking Coffee Talk and moving it into a bit of a different direction for 10 a.m. We're still doing this is not going anywhere. We're still going to do our Coffee Talk thing. Tracking the Tropics Tuesdays. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday. Are you ready for it? This upcoming Tuesday. Hopefully the Mets on Twitter will see it and join in. Well, and that's the fun thing. I have no idea how this is going to evolve, but I didn't know how it was going to evolve on Coffee Talk when I started it all those years ago. So Coffee Talk will stay the same. We'll still do our half an hour at 8. We'll still do all will be the same. It's just a matter of adding a little something. Frank says, are you not entertained? Amen to that. No, I'm not. The plan is certainly not to burn out. This is going to be during work time, so it's just adding something during work time, and that's totally fine. Totally fine. Yeah. Totally fine. It's something I'm excited about. Continuing to push and push and push. That's how I am. Any questions, comments, concerns? It's, I'm hyping it up to be something goofy, but at the end of the day, it's just adding another opportunity. What is Stella doing out there? Stella's going nuts. We'll be drinking stronger coffee on Tuesdays. Yeah, probably. That's okay though. Sydney, imagine the merch possibilities. Yes, though, Mick, we'll be drinking stronger coffee. Terry says, okay, so tune in at 8 and 10 and 3:30. We do our afternoon coffee talk at 3:30. Stella is running around my house like a chaotic. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. She's you can hear her slamming her paws around the house like. Amanda says, your dedication to properly educate people on tropical weather is fabulous. Much appreciated. Thank you. Tracking the Tropics should be the title. Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. 14Z should be the subtitle. Rule of 3. Yeah. We're still working on it. Tracking the Tropics is the working title. We'll figure it out. And for those of you that can get a good laugh, see how I'm in front of Jeremy? It's not like a power play. I made 2 versions of the graphic. See how I'm in front of Jeremy? Watch this. Now he's in front of me. This is his version for his station. I did it as a joke, but it's kind of funny. So he's in front of me on his station's version. I'm in front of him on my station's version. Nerd stuff. Okay. All right. So at least we're nice and quiet, relatively speaking. I would say, though, the next 2 weeks, should be watching for, plenty of moisture to bubble up off of our east coast. And, we'll watch next week. The rain chances are rising because of the Florida Gulf Coast storm, which is an old frontal boundary that's kind of draped across. And then the 29th, 30th, 31st into the 1st, 2nd, that time frame, that's going to be the Nicole recycle, so we'll have to watch our East Coast. David, will you be doing it in the West studio? That part I haven't figured out yet. Could be. Could be at the West studio or could be here at the house. I haven't figured that out. We're in the infancy of this. I don't know if I can change the scene collection. I mean, literally, I'll show you if this works. Let me see. So obviously the audio doesn't work yet. So I do need to do some work on that. But that was the where we're using the news. Hold on, I'll add the audio. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. So obviously you have some work to do, but this is the look. Eric Burris is a WESH 2 meteorologist. We're working on things. So, yeah. It's very much a work in progress, but the idea is that we can, do it in a different look. So this is kind of the evolution of things. It's getting there. But it's going to have more of a tropical look to it, we'll say. So it's getting there. It's getting there. So this is kind of the working stuff, and we've got kind of set up where Jeremy will be there, I'll be here, and then we've even got a 3-box version where we could add a guest. So it's all evolving. It's all evolving. So we'll figure it out. Lots of tweaking to do. All right, back to the coffee talk look. Hold on. My computer over here is like, what are you doing to me? So that's what we're working on behind the scenes. Lots of, and am I making it harder than it needs to be? Sure, I could do it this way, but it's more fun. So there you go. Tuesdays at 10. That's the working time for tracking the tropics. Janice says life is always evolving. That's the way I look at it. Weather pattern evolving too. Showers and thunder showers these next few days. Highs in the 90s. Rain chances rising. Yeah. All right. Any questions, comments, concerns? It's exciting, right? It's exciting. We're trying to... Listen, I'm trying to, I did my annual review. And one of the things I said is I'm not working hard. I'm not trying to work harder than just the competition or than just Tony Manolfi. None of that. I just am trying to work harder than everybody. I just want you to know, boss, that I'm going to work harder than anybody. Period. I'm going to prioritize, and there's things I'm making higher priorities than others, but I'm going to work harder than anybody. Chris, pay raise? No pay raise. We're not doing this for any more money. We're trying to find ways to better get information out to people that need information. Absolutely our key priority. Taylor says, obviously the review went well since you're still employed. The review went well. I believe the first words were, well, this was a great review from the bosses, not from me. So, yes, the review went well. All right, you're asking for a last-minute Futurecast? All right, I'll dial that up for you. I'll tell you, though, tracking the tropics, we're going to be focusing because it's going to be in 2 different markets. It's not going to be just Central Florida. It's going to be just tropics. Just so that you know, don't come in here asking if it's going to, hey, is it going to rain in my house today? That's not what Tracking the Tropics is going to be about. Do annual reviews no longer include pay? No, annual reviews are completely separate. Remember, I'm a contract employee, Chris, so my financial elements are in contract discussions, which are not tied to annual reviews. All right, so there you go. 12 p.m., lunchtime, couple of showers out east, right? Then we start bubbling up some showers and some thunder showers. 3, 4 widespread showers and thunder showers, right? And then 5, 6, 6:30, 7, starting to get the stuff working out toward the west. Tomorrow's my son's 4th birthday in Palm Coast. When will the rain pull in? I missed the start of Coffee Talk. All right, so let's look at... I did not look at Futurecast for tomorrow, but we probably should. 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Nice and quiet when I see on sunrise. Works for me. 8, 9 o'clock, we're looking good. By 12 or so, starting to see some rain. By 2... I may have to renegotiate my plans because we were going to go out to one of the theme parks tomorrow. Might have to adjust the timing on that. All right, so 2 o'clock, there's a little bit of rain, but as far as like Palm Coast goes, looks like it's going to want to moreover be inland than in Palm Coast. So I think you'll be looking better. Yeah. Mickey, Futurecast for tomorrow, thinking of heading to Epcot. I think we were going to do Magic Kingdom, but I may have to either adjust timing or something. It's not looking great. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Destiny. Thank you. All right, any questions, comments, concerns about the chaos? Throwing down something new for you. And as soon as I get off Coffee Talk, I'm going to post that image to the social channels talking about the fun stuff ahead. That sounds fun. Cindy, have pass holder preview for the new SeaWorld coaster this weekend. Would tomorrow or Sunday be better? For now, it looks like tomorrow. Yeah, Priscilla says MK probably best before dinner. That's what I was thinking, or even like an early dinner. Right now, I was planning on lunch and then Magic Kingdom, but maybe we have to do like early dinner and then Magic Kingdom or something. Yeah. Joe, I don't still fly, man. Take me with you. Let's go fly. I don't. With the kids, what do they say? You either have too much money or too much time, or in this case, neither. These kids are bleeding me. That wallet of mine is just... every time I pull it out, it laughs at me. Oh, well. Annie says, yes, we were the first to know. Always. You're always going to be the first to know. You even saw the first technical glitch in my new scene collection. So, there's that. Oh, well. All right, so we'll be excited to see how that works. Nancy, I still hope you get a high raise. You've earned it for everything you do for us on the station. Well, thank you. Nope, not working today. Yeah, no, today's my day off. And I do have a honey-do list, so it's my own honey-do list. That's okay. All right, so that's that. Let's just enjoy what we got. All right, so I will see you today at 3:30 for our afternoon coffee talk. Yeah. Does that sound good? We'll chat showers. We'll chat thunder showers. Models for the weekend. The latest models for the tropics. And you know I'm going to promote my Tracking the Tropics thing again. We'll have to get Kellyanne on. We'll have to get Cam on. We'll have to get everybody. Tony, bada bing. Get him on the Tracking the Tropics. Always fun. All right. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. I'll see you live at 3:30, and I'll be tweeting through the day. All right? Take care. Bye.